Hey guys, so just as we started our semester, believe it or not, we have reached the finish line. And in the wise words of Mario from Mario Kart, here we go. Here we go forward to the last stretch. That's how cycles go. They start and they finish, and we're at the end of our term. We're at the end of our cycle. So once more. Here we go. Have you guys ever played Mario Kart? It's so fun. Okay, so let's look at really quick at our syllabus. What I'm going to do is make the screen here smaller. There we go. So check it out. 3 things. Number 1 is the research paper final draft. And then the extra credit paper if you did it, and then feedback. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But yeah, before we go over these logistics in the Canvas module, I want to tell you of a little change. So I want to help you out. Things have been rough, and so initially we had planned to meet at 10:15 in the morning on Friday, but nope. Since we went online, that's not the case. We're not meeting in person. So what I'm doing is I'm keeping the same date, okay? Because that's officially our final date, our final meeting date. But I am changing this time to 11:59 p.m. just as we have been carrying forward throughout this term. So just we'll keep that trend going. So I hope that helps you. So you can disregard this. And let's go to the module. Okay, so all right, it's published. What I'm going to do is put it in student view so you can see it, so we can see how you're going to see it. Okay, the finish line. So first one is the research paper final draft. Submit it here. And yeah, I look forward to reading what you guys come up with. I know that based on your, let me turn this off if this helps. Based on your outlines and such, I know that you had really cool ideas, and based on your workshops and on your workshop for this paper, I know that you have cool ideas. So truly, I look forward to reading it. So you're going to submit it here, and that's going to be a docx, or a PDF. And notice here, June 12th, still the same date, but 11:59 p.m. and not 10:15 in the morning. So that's a good thing. Guess what I'm going to do? Here we go! Next thing, all right. Okay, extra credit essay. So as you'll recall, as I explained at the beginning of our term, there was indeed an extra credit opportunity this term, and you needed to have read this book, The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. I actually think I have it still in my closet. I want to show you it. Here we go, this yellow one here. So, this one. Okay, so if you read it, sweet, then you could do the essay. And essentially, just as we talked about earlier on in the term, okay, so this book pertains to habits and habit formation, and essentially it's commenting on what you learned and took from the book as it relates to habits and habit formation, and then you're going to take what you learned to implement this new knowledge to either a new habit that you want to adopt, like maybe going to sleep on time, and I'm so guilty. I've been going to sleep so late, but maybe going to sleep on time, sleeping enough, or quitting junk food or anything like that, or wait. How did I get into a bad one? I mean, okay, so a good one would be going to sleep on time, exercising, maybe reading more. Okay, so let's say that's your positive habit that you want to adapt. So how would you take what you learned from here to carry out that habit with your adoption of that new habit? Or if you want to get rid of one, like maybe you eat so much junk food and you want to cut that out, or maybe you want to start exercising. So how can you take on that new habit And yeah, based on what you learned here. Think of any habit you'd want to form, or one that you consider detrimental and would want to get rid of from your life. How would you use what you learned from the book to help you achieve this aim? So this paper is at least three pages, at least 3 double-spaced pages, MLA. So that means Times New Roman or Arial. And you need a works cited page, obviously, since this is your primary source. If you do bring in any other sources, then obviously those would also have to be in the works cited page. If you don't do it, it's not going to hurt you at all. You'll notice that it's set to 0 points, so it's not going to hurt you. If you do it, then there's a total of 60 extra credit points that you can get. So any help is good, right? So if you read it, sweet, then you could do it. And you're going to submit the essay here. Next one. Okay, so I have a strong conviction that it's only worth doing something if you are improving and growing and continuing to develop and evolve in whatever that is. So the same thing goes here with my teaching. Teaching is something that I would like to continue doing for years to come, for my entire career life. So this is where you come in. So this is where you help me help others, help my future students. So this is where you come in, and this is going to be a class feedback write-up. So you just finished this class. Who better than to comment on my teaching and than you, since you just finished taking this course? So first of all, this write-up, there is no minimum length requirement, but I do want you to address these things. What's something that you learned in class this semester? So something salient. What worked well in class this semester? What did not work so well? How can I make this class better? And then anything else that you'd like to add? So let's see. As you can see, there's multiple ways that you can submit this write-up. So go to here. Let's see how you're going to see it. Number one, you can upload it. So if you do a Word and it's doc or docx or PDF, upload it. If you want to write it in here directly on text entry, then you can do that. Here's my personal favorite, media. So if you want to leave a video feedback, awesome, do it. So you just, all I did was go to media and record, upload media, and you just click start recording. If you don't want to do video and you only want to do audio, go here to webcam and go to no video, and then start recording. If I was doing this, I'd be like, hey, Mr. Godoy, how's it going? Thanks for this term. Something I learned this term was this, that, and the third, like something what stuck with you. And you can look at this. So you could do it that way, and I think media is a really fun way. All this fancy stuff like Dropbox and Google Drive, please don't send it through that, because it gets complicated for me as the recipient of the file. Many times Google Drive gets funny because it's like, you need to give permissions to the user, and sometimes it gets a little bit complicated. So please don't do it through these things, but rather through these. Either upload it or do it directly here, or media. And this is worth 20 points. So not only will you get points, but also you'll help me help my future students. So this is your way of paying it forward. Lastly, guys, I want to extend my words of gratitude to you. I recognize that we did not meet face-to-face that much, but, this pandemic, which was certainly out of our hands, out of all of our hands, is something that we could have not controlled. And I want to thank you so much for how you adapted to these changes. And thank you so much for being my marathon runners and for being consistent and sticking it out. And keep fighting, guys. It's very much worth it. And it's been a real pleasure working with you. And with that being said, as you move towards the finish line and move towards your respective majors and career paths, Here we go. Keep fighting, keep pressing forward. It's been a pleasure working with you. And again, if you need to reach out to me for like a letter of recommendation or something, do remember me. I'm here to help. And with that being said, guys, enjoy your summer break and finish strong.